This is Jack Peruci from the Department of Classical Sciences for Classic Hollywood Cinema's celebrity web series from Hollywood, California. Oscar Night, Sunday, March 2nd, 2014. We are here with several luminaries from the motion picture industry in an effort to extend our research on the power of Medusa and mythology in film. My first subject for the evening was Ken Davidian, a very eloquent thespian who's been in the performance field for quite some time. After watching Borat, I couldn't help but to garner his opinion on the subject.
She's scary. I mean, she multitasks, and it's somebody that I wouldn't want to get upset at me.
For Bruce Boxleitner, subsequently, we are faced with one of my personal favorites, none other than the star from the original Tron movie. Sci-fi has always been in my blood. Let's see what he had to say.
Well, you see a woman with all these serpent...
Come here. Carlos, take a picture of us.
Excuse me, we're in the middle of something here. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll just stand right here. Anyway, I don't even know what we're talking about here. Medusa. I had just had two of them walk by. Anyway, thank you. That's it. I just think pretty much a woman that isn't, that is rather villainous or seductive, depending. And probably most leading lady characters are, if they're a villain, they're kind of based on a Medusa type character.
Things got ever more interesting now that I've encountered a paternal figure from a well-known youth-oriented The Wonder Years. Mr. Dan Lauria has made it a point to inspire us all.
I don't know enough. I know who it is with the snakes and all that stuff. Yeah, and the
I don't know
jealousy.
that much about Greek mythology, to tell you. So what's your take on it? We live in a land of snakes, obviously. I mean, look what's happened even with Russia and Ukraine, etc. So perhaps there's something to it. If a snake slithers, it's a snake, whether you're wearing it or looking at one.
The only thing teaching a writing class, the only Aristotelian principle that hasn't been successfully broken is that evil still has to be punished. So I would imagine Medusa is going to be punished somewhere along the line.
That's portents of things to come in this serial.
Yeah.
A very spirited Cheryl Lee Ralph has made quite a name for herself. We found that she has much to say on this topic.
I am Medusa. I have the power. Yeah. I love it. I'll never forget, I was very young. I loved the library. I went in and there was a book, Greek mythology, and Medusa. It was the beautiful face with all of those snakes. And it was the first time that I was unafraid of snakes because I believed in the power of Medusa. Ooh, she would be a trendsetter. She would be powerful. She would walk into every room and just set it on fire because everybody would know that the power has arrived. No use being afraid of Medusa because she has come to upset, misdirect, and claim it. Oh, I love it.
An interesting and familiar face we noticed was that of Hal Sparks, a very popular gentleman for his role as Michael Novotny in Queer as Folk.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of famous uses of Greek mythology, and then there's sort of the hidden ones, I suppose, as well. I mean, it arguably is Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct, Medusa. She looks at you and you turn to stone. She has control over you. She's seductive and yet a serpent. Those kind of things. That makes total sense. Also, the use of talismans specifically, or gifts from the gods, the Deus Ex Machina aspect of storytelling, very Greek related, from the gods giving Perseus a shield and a sword, those kind of things, to Iron Man's armor, or even Captain America's shield, and the idea that it was given to him by someone else who is arguably a demigod, like Tony Stark's father, those kind of things. It's hugely common. I mean, but the imprint is there. It's hard to buck it. It doesn't mean that there aren't other allegories, other ways of telling stories. It's just we're habitual creatures. I was always very attracted to Medusa. In the original Clash of the Titans, the Harry Hamlin one, I was mildly attracted to her. I wanted to You know, maybe there was a way to put her snakes to sleep so that you could just hang out. And the other thing was when they cut her head off, it was the grossest thing I'd ever seen in my life. The claymation version where her, like, the blood spilled out and stuff.
He rose to fame in the 1970s, praised for his range and sensitivity. Mr. John Savage first made a major splash with The Deer Hunter in 1978. This film subsequently went on to be the winner of the 1979 Best Picture Oscar. Here are his thoughts on the subject.
Well, as far as the woman with the snakes in her hair, I think of being careful in the relationships I select, for one thing. That's mine. And also how I treat my relationships with women. I feel we all have certain aspects inside that could be more evident because of people, other things, or situations. You can see a bad side to everybody. I think that dark area, we have those stories and images to help us get through the dark, to the light.
Some words of wisdom on the subject was shared by none other than Mr. James Cromwell.
What do I think of her? She was a trip. Oh, I almost said Hillary Clinton. No, that's have to be kidding. Who would Medusa be? Imelda Marcos. There you go. Imelda Marcos.
Academy Award nominated and renowned actress Sally Kirkland really added to the probing, with these being her final words.
Yeah, with all the snakes. I think she was a strong woman. Watch Medusa when it comes out. Sally Kirkland.
All in all, some very interesting views worthy of pondering. Thank you to all of our subjects who lent us their voice.
If I think about the word Medusa, the most beautiful things come to my mind. I think it's beautiful, gorgeous woman that has absolutely all power over man. That's what I think. I am Medusa.
I am Medusa.
Hello, you're watching I Am Medusa, and looking forward to seeing the film Medusa. It's going to be a very interesting movie.
We are Medusa.
Watch I Am Medusa.
Good luck, I am Medusa.
I am Al Sparks, and I am Medusa.
I am Medusa. Go see it.
This is Dr. Jack Peruci for I Am Medusa.